It was a story that captured headlines. Dozens of workers at the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health facility, or NIOSH, laid off right here in Pittsburgh. It's part of the Trump administration's plan to reduce the federal workforce. Now, dozens of them have been reinstated.
And a local lawmaker tells Josh Taylor he's working to bring back even more jobs.
To me, it goes to the recklessness and the chaos of this DOGE effort in the administration.
That's how U.S. Representative Deluzio summed up the Trump administration's decision to lay off hundreds of federal workers at a CDC facility in Pleasant Hills. The layoffs were announced on April 1st.
The Trump and DOGE team taking that sledgehammer or chainsaw to programs, they really put at risk public safety work. And we've got to be clear about pushing back where cuts are going to hurt things that we expect and demand of our government.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has said HHS is filled with duplicative and wasteful offices. But earlier this week, 70 of those jobs centered around respirator certification were reinstated. And Deluzio says those jobs should never have been lost in the first place.
They do important work around respirators that I've heard from fire chiefs really matter to their work to keep us safe, that I know matters to folks who work in the building trades and construction jobs. That's about public health. That's about public safety.
Now, those positions that were reinstated with the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health were just a fraction of the total number of federal employees that were affected by that reduction in force mandate. But the congressman says there are other positions, like those with the Mine Safety and Health Administration, that are just as important to restore. And Deluzio says he'll continue to work with his colleagues to make sure everyone understands the work these employees do matters.
This is important, bipartisan public safety work. Mine safety research is something we need and that our government is really central to providing.
Reporting in Pleasant Hills, Josh Taylor, KDKA-TV News.